use the number 16?
I believe so too, but the last Tuesday was 15, this Tuesday should be 16. We're gonna have a basic, very simple, look like it, but we're mixing different format, different elements we're mixing together. So one of the first thing that we use, of course, is the baldosa, based to the cross. So we use a few exercises for Tuesday night, right? We have the Tuesday night, right after this lesson, yeah, right after that is coming, what, the exercise. So we're working in those training every Tuesday night with the feet. Right? So we're using those elements, using some element direction and very hidden change of direction and alteration at the same time. Which one is
But it starts with the baldosa.
We start with the baldosa. As I would say, it's very simple because at least the first 8 steps, simple. So we have the baldosa, base to the cross, in cross system, turning, easy, very simple, eh? Simple basic, nothing difficult to do. Alright, we're gonna start. We have a base to the cross, right on the base to the cross. We're gonna do for the leader, you have to lead the follower to do in a full molinete, counting the first base to the cross and then on line. It's already the first cross of the challenge to the left.
So, two things to notice. One thing that is in a cross system, the basic.
Base to the cross and cross system.
And then unusual things happen to us, which Hernan is gonna explain. When we cross, normally we used to immediate change of direction and going to forward again. But this time, from that cross, we gonna continue to our right.
You're gonna continue the turn, the giro to the left, yeah, the turning to the left.
Rock and roll is running through my veins. Electric zone.
The base to the cross system. I change my way. She cross and crossing. So this is important that we start for this point. So I taking this forward cross as the turning to my left. I do not take that cross just as a normal crossing to unwind, to walk, or to start to do also. So I already take this with the action to my left. So she's going with her molinete, and I elevate him to my heel pass on top of my toes. Then when I finish, look what happened. Magically, my cross is on the other side. I start crossing here, and I end up with my cross over here. That's what we need to...
Magic.
Magic! See? Cross, cross, and the other side. And all the magic happened because of her. Because we're going around. So let's take 1, 2, change the way, cross system, and unwinding. I make a noise to you here, you don't have to make noise. That's it. Now
Let's practice this.
yeah, let's practice it. Now we practice just that part. When I give to her the base to the cross, I already start giving to her the giro to the left. Elevate, I going down to complete my cross and start very much of finish in the same place I begin with, more or less. And then take it as a displacement and sa. One more time. Let's do a few times the same. 1, 2, change way. 3, 4, cross. Unwinding, elevating. So now you can practice both sides. Rewind the movement. And cross again here. Here you can see where the action happened. Right? So I cannot pivot in first because it's a hard job for me. Yeah, if I go into the cross and I want to do this and bring her, I'm gonna lose my balance. I need to tell her to go. So when she starts going, this is where my foot starts to unwind. So I have to lift my foot. If I don't lift my foot, I cannot pass. Right? And it's not good to just do just this because this is just, okay, I'm cheating. No. You really have to elevate up both legs so you can pass for the other. You're going to very much make a quiebre and then depend how far we're going. So my legs can have this position as you stand down just skating. Right? You can go even more if it's needed. Then what is important for us over here? First, ladies first. You need to bring it to the cross, unwind the action, her unwinding, making my unwinding. Does it making my movement easier? Let's show to you what happens if I bring just unwinding my foot first. So if I'm here and I try to unwind myself and bring her, she's behind, and it's very hard for me to bring her up front or around me. The main idea in this pattern, or generally in tango, is to I tell her to go. So now when she's going, if she's continue, I'm gonna get stuck because my foot are crossing. Because in the moment that I propose to her to go, I elevate and let her action take me to the pivot. Thus, if I unwind the movement, I can unwind my leg. I need to unwind her. And that makes me, again, cross to the other position. So the magic happens, as we said before, because of her going. Again, that doesn't mean the follower is going just alone, but, right? It's an invitation, and she has to respond. But sometimes happens to the follower, they don't respond as fast as it's needed.
Well, there is two things happening, because as you see, the movement itself is difficult, even if you just alone, as you experience on the Tuesday exercises. Here you have additional weight added because you need to move somebody around you as you're doing your movement. So the smart thing to do will be put the person in motion before you start doing your movement. Otherwise, as Hernan was just showing with me, you're getting stuck in various positions. So put the follower in motion first, and then, if your intention continues, then, she's gonna continue going around you without you having to lead every single step. Now, there is, I'm sure there is more to be added, but one thing, don't use the opposite. So don't rely on your follower to take you. So there is this like a thin line between follower going alone and follower being led and being too heavy because she's waiting for every step. So there is very thin line between those two. But it's not that the follower is taking you. You're still leading it. So I'm sure there are secrets in it.
There are. I mean, it's a. Again, this is we're going again to the same idea, this conversation of waiting one for the other. And I had a question many times. People say, "Oh, Hernan, I hear for this side, people say the follower has to move alone, and she has to do the molinete by herself." And I hear from this side, the movement is led. Now, for my understanding and word expressing very much, right? me making her do the movement, it won't work. I mean, it's leading and giving to her the action or the signal of what we want to do, and she do her job, it will work. And that for me is the unity of the two things, you know. This one that I make her doing, me doing it for her won't work at all. It's making you follow her and make her do her molinete, it won't work. I mean, I saw many times where the leader practicing so hard to making her do her movement. No, she's responsible to do her action. But at the same time, not because I do this, she's just gonna go. And she's going just by herself. And just go. And the leader doesn't know what to do. No. It has that communication. I mean, she hears. I open and she's going. And she's going. Because she hears the opening and she will respond into those actions. Right? You see, again, it's something you practice all the time. And simple walking. When you propose the walk, you give a signal. When you hear the person respond, you follow the person. Yeah? And this is just waiting one for the other. She has to wait for I give the signal to her. And I have to wait till she hear or understand the signal I give. I cannot assume and drag her because, you know, she will be a follower, totally. She will be behind my movement and will be in drag. Or she cannot just assume because this is open, she didn't hear the signal, but she see the opening and she just go to the molinete. So we have to very much wait one for the other a lot. Again, this is practicing, and the more we practice, the better it will be. What can we do as a practice point to, as an exercise this? When we can do one simple exercise to understand that message is those exercises of shift and wave, for example, to give the signal of the opening and see how she responds to the pivoting. Now, if I do the action and she doesn't go, right, don't pull her to go. Because it's something in both sides is something, you know, it's in my side and her side, the channel didn't connect with each other. I didn't give my information to her, she didn't hear me, whatever it is, that the communication didn't happen. It's not her fault or my fault. If the communication didn't happen, we need to see what can we do to make it that happen. What we cannot do to make it that happen as a leader perspective is to force the body to do it. We cannot force it. Entonces, I need to speak more quietly maybe. Yeah, no more loud, more quietly, and more clear, because it's different than loud. Sometimes in being clear, you're gonna make her do that, and very loud. This is very loud. You can see my hands participating a lot. So, very clear, and let her go. She knows her responsibility. She knows what her movement, she feels those sensations. This is one of the movement. Now, the other exercise we're going to do together in this moment, we're going to create a calecita action, and we're going to propose to her when she's going to walk. She cannot walk in any time. She's going to walk when we hear the movement to go down. For example, I create the pivoting, I send her there, and I walk. She don't walk because she doesn't feel or hear for my body any action of walking. But when she hears the action of walking, she just takes her movement, right? So we do again. I create the action, and I create just the pivoting in this case for her. I don't pull in or anything, just walking. In the one moment I open and let her go. So I practicing the change of the dynamic of my body to communicate. And she's practicing the listening of the change of the dynamic of the body. Again, those are small exercises, but they're very deep and important for them to practice. Let's try one more time. So you can do simple, side, chun de baldosa. With your right leg, you have a shift of weight as your torso is going to the left, and she's pivoting to the left position as a turning. And then you continue walking and propose the change of the way to her immediately. And then you can continue just walking around her. And in one moment propose when she's open to take her walk. Right? So we're going to analyze the footwork that we'll use in this moment because we're going to use it during the combination later on. So propose to the side, I propose the pivoting to walk around. When I step the last movement with my right leg, the next leg foot, I'm going to do one more step, you can see it better. So now when I move to my right, my next left, and instead to continue walking around, I'm walking away. So she feels that my change of dynamic happen. It's a forward and finish. Again, 1, 2. I propose the turning. I go around. I change my way last one, and I continue open to my left side. And she's gonna navigate because she feels the change of the dynamic. Again, 1, 2. Propose the turning, continue walking. When very much your back is in the line of dancing again, you can change the way there and propose the change of the dynamic. What happened as a footwork for me in this exercise? 1, 2. I step, side step, but in circle. There, as if I'm going to pivoting backward. I do that, I do not pivoting, I continue walking. But that sensation that I do as if I'm going to pivoting backward, that's what she feels. And that's why she starts to allowing her body to pivot. So I do this action, she's pivoting and walking around her. Back, turning side, back, turning side, back, turning side, side. So that side step is the one where she feels the change of dynamic. And that's coming by change your thought. When you change your thought, she hears that. So you have it there to start her pivoting. Here you go in her cabecita, always around the same diameter of her. When you hear and you feel that you have that in control, and the last side step to your right, you open the step to the left. Yeah? And then open to the left, and at the same time continue open your upper body to show the beautiful house that you have, right? You finish here, you tell her, oh, look, this is my house. Then you change your way, forward, side, finish. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More or less the amount of steps that we can use in here. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 steps. It's one more. You see, what you do with your partner, things change. I count in just a step. I don't count in the doubles or any in the music or nothing like that. Do you know how many steps you can use to practice it?
Now, one important detail, because there is kind of in the exercise 2 moments to pay attention. Once when he introduces me to the calesita, then when he introduces the beginning of the molinete, and then when do I stop? How do I know not to continue going around, yeah? But I have to somehow know to exit, yeah? So there is another change of torsion.
Dynamic there, yeah. The dynamic change, that's correct. The dynamic change also in the end of the movement. So we have it. 1, 2, right? I shift to the side, I go around to produce that pivoting. When I'm ready, I open. And now my body got just to here. See, I am not pivoting anything. Because in this moment, I'm going to propose her to just pivoting to be in front of me. In this moment, I exaggerate, I don't move, and then I change my way in front of her, and I take my walk out. So I have a 1, 2, I shifting to help myself to introduce the pivoting, meaning I have a torsion and shift of the way. So my torsion brings me to my shift of the way. That confirms the pivoting for her. Then my walking is sustained, her float on the pivoting. When I change my way and I continue, I have a 1, 2, 3 step for her. I allow her to pivoting, forward, side, finish. Let me correct that word. I say allowing her to pivot. No. I telling her this is the end of this movement with the upper body. When I see open 1, 2, and the third one I create a little bit more to coming back to me. Like for example, physically, you can say the last step, okay, this is my house and this will be something else. So that sensation is in your chest, right? So you say, okay, this is my house and that is the porch. In that moment, I exaggerate it. You can see from this angle that I go in there, and I kind of come in here, but I change my mind. I don't want to show the porch, I want to show the rest of the house. So I say, this is my house, this is the, let's go there. Yeah? And that sensation of action that we do all the time, at home and the job and the street. So that's very much what's going on. It's a very, very good dynamic that you need to work. So one side, you create the going, you walk around, the matches you need, when you prepare, you change the dynamic. This is the first one that we change, when she's walking. And over here, we tell her to stay with me, or with us here, forward, side, finish, or with you over there, right?
Well, part of it feels like, you know, he invites one way, and then, you know, like I have my speed, imagining that I follow some kind of guidance, gentle guidance, and at the last moment I realized that the guide stopped and I need to turn back to see what's next. I missed something, yeah, or I'm about to miss something new is coming, yeah. So basically, by stopping the intention, he catches my attention, so I find him again. It's kind of this sort of the sensation from the follower perspective. And that also kind of is an interesting observation about how sometimes you leading by stopping the movement, not necessarily by continuing or forcing the movement.
Yeah, or by doing something.
Yeah. Sometimes just a gentle stop already creates a completion of the movement. Like in this case, I'm pivoting a little bit, like almost changing direction to find the lead again.
Yeah, in those cases, very much what we're emphasizing in here for everybody is to do not force the lead. Do not try to make the follower to do the movement, because it's a waste of energy. I mean, you don't have the energy to do it. You're gonna lose the balance. You're gonna fall apart, and the follower will feel uncomfortable with those actions. Gently action, right? So let's try one more time this one, and we're going to apply this on the exercises. This exercise you can really use it for dancing.
Well, we're almost using it today.
Yeah.
At the end.
At the end. No, we use it. We use this part, and you're gonna see it well right now. So now.
Now
so
the boys part. What is the boys part? Where are they doing all these complicated?
We don't do nothing. It's very simple. So again, the whole pattern for us, back to the cross, shift away, I cross her, I lead her to the cross, I cross myself behind. And over here is coming what we said before. We open, elevate, down. So what we coming down is coming, my unwinding now is in the other foot. Taking my right foot back. You get little open steps, right? When I cross in over here. And the last part, I continue open the torsion and bring her to me. So she's gonna create over here a displacement. So that's the footwork for you as a leader in this part. Basic, 1, 2, chain way. When you propose the fifth on the base, you go with the foot behind. When you cross behind, you distribute the weight in 2 feet. Continue open, elevate, down again to the floor. Continue open, that's the momento, the last part where she changes her direction. So she can come into a sacada to me, que is what's coming by now, right? And from here we go in alteration, que is what we just practicing by now, to continue with the action. We're gonna just show it by letter. So again, main thing for you leaders here, and this part here. You cross, propose the turning, elevate, down to the ground. What happened to my feet in here? This elevation has a lot of space. It's not just this. I'm crossing and I am not just going flat. If I go in flat, I'm gonna hit my heels anyway. But my heel is gonna hit my shin. But if I go and just soften, because one leg it has more bend than the other. If I go straight up, I can't. I got stuck. My foot got a tango. I learned that for already. My foot got tango one to the other. And that's what we don't want.
Okay, so let's try with that sacada already.
Yeah, we try with this part. Let's try this part and we put the sacada so you can see where it's coming. And then we do an exercise just for that part of the sacada, que it is very much what we just practicing before. So again, you have a 1, 2, chain way to go base to the cross and cross system, 3, 4, 5 for her. So I'm crossing behind and I'm elevating to here. So that, what we did right now, is the same sensation of what we just practicing before. So that is the unwinding. But in this case, instead to change the direction there, I invite her to me. So now she's coming into the sacada to me. Sacada, and then I take a side step to reuse again the exercise that we just did before. So we have back to the cross. She's crossing. I'm crossing, remember, start opening. Elevate, and that we finish this part that we did before. So now I take my movement with my torsion. She displays and I open to the side. Now, so let's do from this angle so you can see the action of my feet. Back, side, chain way. I bring it to the cross. I start opening and crossing behind. I elevate it. She's passing, finish it. When I come in now, she finishes the movement, I walk back, she displays, and I go side step. So this is very much what we practicing before. Change the way, forward side finish or back side finish, the followers steps format, okay?
So as you observing when we showing the whole movement, there is 2 things happening. One thing is a change of direction. So I go backside forward with my molinette and then my direction gets changed through the forward cross to the opposite direction. And then immediately my direction gets changed again, but this time through alteration. So I go forward, forward and back. Yes? First normal change of direction and then alteration. So that's one thing to observe. And second thing to observe is the sacada, mine to him, of course led by the lead, initiated by the leader. But this sacada is kind of, again, kind of tricky and difficult lead, because of course I am not expecting to be requested, you know, sacada. Yes, most of the time is the leader doing sacada to the follower rather than the follower being requested to do the sacada to the leader. So I'm expecting a simple change of direction. Yes, so I'm going from forward to forward, and it's very easy to miss that slight misdirection. Because I might overturn to simply continue, you know, opposite direction to molinete to the other side. So the leader has to have some...
Let's go to those points now. You see, when we finish on the beginning of the turn, we started turning to the left. You see, in the first part, when we complete the first turn and we put her in front of us, what we practicing before, that's the end of her pivoting, which want to give the possibility of change the direction or close the movement, right? So when she finishes the movement forward, and I propose her to come into me, in this case to change the direction, I propose her to walk toward me and the normal change of direction, but during that momento is when I start to shift my body to the other side. And so what happened to my upper body? I create the forward cross for her, the last movement. My direction is going to my right. So my direction is going to my right. When I start to bring her to my right, I change to my left. That makes it very much happen to her that when she finishes her pivoting, she feels that she has to go there, but then that forward cross is what's going there. It's coming modified and start to going very much as an open step to the other side. So she starts going with this intention, and the movement goes now to the other side to happens in the base or format of the alteration. So that the modification happened crazily here, because it's beautiful to pay attention. So when she finished this movement, I taken this action, but she can walk toward me right now, right? Because I go in this direction, but in the moment I take that, I change my direction to the other side. So that what happened, those alterations action. What alterations are? The modification of the change of the change of direction. So change something or modify the action in a format of immediately or in a expectant way, to say. So she's finished the forward cross, and invited her, and then it's coming that mixing of movement of forward and a side, right? Because it's not just the forward and the back, it's the modifications in between. She's coming to here and it's coming the change. We try to shift a little bit the angle of her action, not just the forward and the back, right? So that's what we say is a little strange alteration format. Because the body for her is going in a very straightforward action, at the same time open a little bit diagonally to the side, and it's coming immediately the back side forward to complete the molinete the same direction.
Because the sensation is a little bit maybe unexpected for the follower, yes, because we are practicing our technique and looking beautiful all day long, right? So of course we want a beautiful forward cross to another beautiful forward cross, but instead of beautiful forward cross, I get a brutal side step to sacada him. It's not that brutal, but the sensation is kind of
the modification. The modification is big, right? Because it's not brutal at all. I mean, the movement is very subtle.
Brutal in a look, not in a sensation.
Yeah, and what happened to the leader? You have to be very clear with this action, because if you do the upper, for example, what is coming to be as the word is there, coming to be a brutal part if you do this. For example, if when she's coming at front, you continue with this action here, right? You invite her to go forward with the chest in this position, but you push her to you, that would be a brutal action because I never change my chest. My chest is like this. When I open here, she's coming, my chest change to the other side. So she's coming in that normal forward, she's going there to my right, and I change the direction to my left. Because my upper body create that torsion that does finish for her. I come in this direction, and halfway through, or a little bit before that, I change the direction to guide her leg to get into the displacement to here to me, and that brings me brutally to a side step.
But it's almost like you're placing yourself on my way, sort of. I mean, there is a slight redirection because I am no longer going there. I am going.
You have to go here. Yep.
I have to go there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's almost like you placing yourself in front of me.
Yeah, because I am there, I guide in the, because I am in already, I am in the place, or I change my mind to say in the last second, as we said before, we're going to here. I say because I am already in the position of the body, but she's here. Her weight is by now her right, yeah. My weight is on my left. So her weight is on her left leg. My weight is on my left leg. Because I'm inviting her here, yeah, to the front. But I would like to have that leg there, right? Because I'm inviting her, but I tell her to come in over. Yeah, if I continue with more of this action, I can just do a gancho or wrap on her leg, depends how deep the movement is going. Again, it's a very big actions could happen in here. So, for example, you can practice it by doing base to the cross. In cross system, you change her your way normal, yeah. And then you invite her to the forward ocho, but instead to take her there, to the normal ocho, you take her to the sacada. Yeah? Because you have another way to, you can practice this action. So 1, 2, you change way, base to the cross, she's crossing, you invite her again to the ocho, but you change your direction to your left again, to see that sacada to you, right? That would be one of the formats of the exercise that you can do. Let's try one more time, different angle, that you can see the action of her movement. Once again, base to the cross system. So when I'm here, I propose her on one here to go to normal ocho, right? But I just take her into my space. Because you see that she has no other choice more than walk into that space. But the message is clear. Now, as Anita said before, you as a follower, we're going to tend maybe to just go there, right? If that happens, that you just go there, you ignore the sacada, you're going to have in a force alteration, for example, right? Because because the change of the dynamic for her is too late. It's going to be forced because he's already prepared to go in the other direction. Now, for you as a leader, I would suggest you to practice the point in here to stop there for a second with your follower. And when you go here to the cross, you go back there and you can choose with your chest to have her foot here, or to have her foot there, or to have her foot there. As you see, I choose with the torsion of my upper body, or straight that line, or there to my leg, or here on the other side of my leg. As I have a 1, yeah, I have a 2, I have a 3. What is this? It's when you move your body. It's A, B, C. To say A, right, I move my torsion in this direction. B, I move my torsion in two directions. I move here and halfway through to here. And the C, I move the torsion to this direction first and then back. So what is the action in here? You see my foot split there. So I have a 1, so my walk is going from left to right, right? And my chest is going from left to right. This is A. Now the other exercise you can do, practice here is a B. You go from left to right at the same time. So you open your chest from left to right and right to left. Yeah, so you doing left, right, left, upper body, right? My upper body very exaggerated in that left, right, left. So I start to go into the right, I start to go into the right and to the left again. So I'm going from my left to my right to my left. That's what happened the second one. And the third one, I go to my left and nothing else. I go backwards, straight ahead. So my leg it has two directions. It's just one direction, from left to right. From left to right. From left to right. So I'm coming from here to here. From my position to my back. And my upper body could have, and this is just simplify, 3 different actions. From left to right, which one match my legs, left, right, upper body, left, right. And the second one, contradict on the middle. I have left, right, left. So when I end my right leg, my torsion is to my left by now, to this side. So I have it from the left, left, right, left. Now when I go into the next one, which is the third one, my torsion is going to my left, and my leg is going left, right. So those things happens, modify the action for her legs. So if we take this movement from here, we have it left, right. So she has to move from her left to her right straight. Yeah. If we practice the other one, what we're doing from left, right to left, it's going to happen down. So it happens the displacement because her leg can be modified halfway through. If we do it slowly, we start doing here, and by changing, modify the hips for her, which one modify her step. And the other one, my movement is already to my left. So when I go there and I'm stepping, she's stepping outside the action. Right? So those movements, they are very important to practice because it's a lot of small dynamics, yeah, and it's very small dynamic that the body has to communicate. That she has to read it by, again, practicing that. And I have to learn how to give them.
I mean, it's all about the tuning.
Yeah, it's tuning the body and when you give what. I mean, because the actions are the same. It's just two torsions, one to the right, one to the left. It's when do you have it. I mean, look, you have different result, and you can, don't try it. Oh yeah, you can try it. You have two things, two different things, different result. If you have a cup of coffee at 6 a.m., it has a different effect if you have a cup of coffee at 1 a.m. If you have a glass of wine at 6 a.m., it has different effect if you have it at 1 a.m. or midnight. It's a different effect. It's when do you have what? The same happening here. All right, listen now. Let's go with this part, but let's unite them both together. So we have it, the third base. She takes the cross. She's crossing and crossing and start turning, right? I continue elevating down, and magically happens the change. So over here it happened the action. I start taking the movement, right? But because I'm walking in front of her right now, the shifting of the movement happened. So how will that happen now? If I just bring her there, yeah, that will be my navigation going in this direction. But after she changed her action, I continue doing the same action by me going a little bit more in front of her. And then I take a side step, in the resolution of the movement on the end, right? Entonces, let's do one more time. So we have 1, 2, change my way. This is important. When she's crossing, I am not crossing there. I invite her to go, I start crossing and elevating to go down. So now over here. I invite her, but I do that left, right, left. So she can bring her leg. And at the same time, I walk a little bit more in front of her so she can have a nice navigation, nice displacement. Because if I stay too much in front of my follower without end of the torsion, she's gonna hit the knee of the leader, and that's not good. So let's put all the combination together. Let's do a few times in different directions. We can just practice it and have the combination done.
Nada menos